Another classic out here today, the German KAR 98K. KAR stands for Karabiner, which means carbine, model 98, and then the K stands for Kurs, which means short. So it's a very short rifle compared to the old Gewehr 98. This thing was adapted in 1936 by the German military. It's just, like I said, a shorter version of the Gewehr 98 with different sights and minor aesthetic differences, but it still fires the 8x57mm cartridge. And this rifle is a very compact, lightweight, accurate, battle-tested rifle. It was Germany's rifle all the way through World War II. They used it all the way up until the end. This particular model was manufactured in 1938 with the maker Mark 42, which is Mauser Oberndorf. And this is a bolt mix match, which means the bolt does not match the receiver or the barrel shank, but it matches itself. These are really common to find in this condition. This is very well used. The rifling is rounded, but it's still very accurate, very usable. The bore's a little dark because it's been fired so many times. This sear is worn down so hard, there's no release point on the trigger. You can't tell when it's going to release the sear and allow the firing pin to go forward. It's just that smooth. It's been used that many times. The rear sight's just a leaf sight with a V-notch, graduated up to 2,000 meters. Standard Mauser, everything on the bolt, the safety, everything. The handguard doesn't go up to the end of the barrel or come up past the rear sight up to the receiver. It's just a short Gewehr 98 style handguard. So we're pretty much going to fire this at 50 and 100 yards today using Romanian 150 grain light ball surplus, and we'll just show you some different shooting styles. We'll do some reflexive fire with it like all the other ones because this was used a lot in combat and it was sold to other countries after World War II, and a lot of countries use this model and they still use it. They still find them being used in conflicts. So it's a very reliable, very, very reliable weapon. I've dropped a few deer with this. All it takes is one shot. It's extremely accurate, and it's actually one of my favorites as far as a bolt-action rifle goes. Most modern civilian firearms are based off of the Mauser action. So we'll go ahead and fire this now. We're going to start out at 50 yards, just kind of a really close combat group, and then we'll move out to 100. All right, 50 yards. We'll fire 5 more. I'll go for the head this time. Alright, let's go down and check it out. Okay, so here's the first group that I was shooting. Yeah, I'm not really taking my time with this. I'm kind of more snap shooting it, and my glasses are really foggy, so I'm going to have to fix that. This is the second shot at the head. 3 of them were low, 2 of them were where I was aiming. So we'll see how it does at 100 yards now. I'll actually try and take a little bit more time on each shot and clear up my glasses. So here we go. I can't. Jerk that one. Whew, that's getting hot. Alright. Have to be difficult, huh? Oh, I probably had one round left in there, huh? That's all. So at 100 yards, that's what we got for a group the second time around. It's shooting low and to the left for some reason, so I'm going to have to drift the front sight. But I don't understand because it was fine during last deer season, and those sights don't exactly just get knocked off. So, but it's still okay. It's still fairly consistent. So let the old man take a shot at it now and see how he does.
That has a kick.
Yep. The lovely Romanian clips. Some of them work, some of them don't. A lot of rust.
That's it.
Well, I think it might be time to retire the old bird. She just isn't shooting as good as she used to. I haven't brought her out since last deer season. I hit my first deer dead on, dead where I was aiming, just like the previous one. And the next deer I shot at with it, I missed, and I couldn't figure out why. Now I think I know. Yeah, it's just, I guess we fired one too many rounds through her. The rifling at the crown is just too worn, and I don't want to counterbore it, so I think I'm just going to sit her in the safe and mark it off as my first K98 and a nice piece of history. So it's shooting really far left, and I had to elevate the sight up to 300 yards at 100 to get it to be somewhat on target elevation wise. So I'll just, the last hurrah will be some reflexive fire. I'll just run through the range, and then we'll officially retire it. Alright, this will be the last hurrah for a long time for this old bird. Alright. Wow. I actually did better with that than I did bench firing.
Oh, wow.
Good God. Maybe I just can't fire her from the bench. Jeez. Alright. We'll get on and check the 100 now. So the 100's not good, but I was shooting a little bit more fast and sporadically with that, and it was at 50 yards instead of 25. So I got 1, 2, 3 out of 5. Oh, 4 right there. And then the other one hit the ground. That was my bad. That was, I didn't draw up enough. So